Here's a mind-blowing statistic. Bands with all members actively promoting on social media see up to 300% more engagement than those relying on just one person. But most bands are still leaving all that potential growth on the table.
That's such a fascinating data point. I've been tracking several bands' social media performance, and the difference in reach between single promoter versus full band engagement is just staggering.
Well, let me break this down. Imagine you're in a five-piece band, and each member has just 500 unique followers. That's potentially 2,500 different people you could be reaching directly. But here's the thing. It's not just linear growth, it's exponential because of how social media algorithms work.
Hmm. You know what's really interesting about those algorithms? I was just looking at some research showing that content from multiple authentic sources gets prioritized over single account posting patterns.
Exactly. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. When labels and industry professionals scout new talent, they're not just looking at music anymore. A booking agent told me recently they specifically look for bands with diverse social media presence because it usually translates to 30% better ticket sales.
So what's stopping more bands from getting everyone involved in promotion? Is it just resistance to social media, or is there something deeper going on?
Well, from what I've seen, it's often a combination of factors. Some members feel intimidated by social media. Others think it's not their job. And sometimes, get this, they're worried about appearing too eager or commercial. But here's the reality. One band I studied increased their streaming numbers by 40% just by having all members actively sharing and engaging with their content.
Those numbers are pretty compelling. I've also noticed that bands with full participation tend to maintain more consistent growth over time, rather than those sporadic spikes you often see with single-person promotion.
You know what's really interesting? The impact on band dynamics themselves. I've seen situations where resentment builds because one person is carrying the entire promotional load. In fact, one guitarist told me their band almost broke up because their lead singer hit complete burnout from handling all the social media work alone.
That reminds me of a case study I read where a metal band implemented a rotating schedule for social media duties. And it not only prevented burnout, but actually led to more creative content, because each member brought their own unique perspective.
Speaking of unique perspectives, let's talk about content diversity. When you have multiple band members promoting, you naturally get this variety that's hard to achieve with just one person. I've seen drummers crushing it on TikTok with practice videos, while bassists build serious followings on Twitter with industry insights.
The platform specialization really makes a difference, doesn't it? Like when different members can focus on their strengths, rather than trying to be everywhere at once.
Absolutely right. And here's something that often gets overlooked: the impact on playlist placement and algorithm recommendations. When multiple people are sharing and engaging with the band's music on different platforms, it sends strong signals about the music's relevance. One band saw their Spotify monthly listeners jump by 50% after implementing a coordinated sharing strategy.
Well, that's fascinating about the streaming algorithms. I've been tracking cases where coordinated sharing by band members and their networks has helped push songs onto major playlists that might have been missed otherwise.
Let me share another surprising finding. Bands with full member participation typically see 40 to 50% higher engagement rates on their posts. And here's the kicker. They're 3 times more likely to land brand partnerships and sponsorship deals because companies see them as more professional and business savvy.
Those partnership statistics are pretty eye-opening. I've noticed similar trends with festival bookings too. Organizers seem to favor bands with strong, diverse social media presence.
And here's something else to consider. When multiple band members are active on social media, they're more likely to catch and capitalize on trending topics. Instead of one person trying to stay on top of everything, you have multiple people who might spot opportunities. One band's drummer noticed a TikTok trend that perfectly fit their style, created a video that went viral, and it led to a 200% increase in their streaming numbers.
That's such a powerful example of how multiple perspectives can lead to unexpected opportunities. It really shows why having everyone involved is so crucial in today's music industry.
Looking ahead, I think we're going to see this become even more important. The bands that understand this and get all members involved in promotion are going to have a significant advantage. It's not just about the numbers. It's about creating a more complete and engaging experience for fans.
Well, that really brings it all together: the relationship building, the authentic connections, and the measurable impact on a band's success. It's about creating a sustainable, engaging presence that benefits everyone involved.